Got this really weird comment on YouTube. What does that even mean? Is that your way of comparing me to bad reality TV? Like, you really think it's that vapid to talk about religious trauma that has happened in other religions other than Christianity? What you saw was a snippet of what I went through with this person. And the thing is this is not the first person on the internet to be dismissive about the seriousness of what I went through. I had a person years ago on one of the Lokians group, and I mentioned what I went through, and all they saw was the petty thing where she was making fun of my clothes and lied to me about my God. They were like, oh, you're an attention-seeking child. Like, you're either a walnut or an attention-seeking child if you're traumatized by a woman making fun of your clothes and lying to you about your God. And it was just reduced to this 2-sentence thing that made it sound petty. I'm going to summarize this as best as I can. Most people, aside from atheists, try to find a higher power or something to connect to on the other side, whether it's a God or spirit, ancestors, whether you turn to Christianity or you turn to pagan deities or you turn to Buddhism, whatever. For me, I tried to turn to Loki. Was that a wise choice? That's debatable. At the time, I was inexperienced with a lot of this stuff. I was also obsessed. As a result, a woman came along claiming to be a priestess, a medium, claiming she could channel Loki. She offered herself up as my mentor, so she faked being possessed by Loki so she could get free caregiving from me. And of course, the situation is way more complicated than that, but that is the basic gist of it. But she would also fake being possessed by Loki and do other things that were really inappropriate. I was not the only person that she tried to do this to. She tried to manipulate an autistic man in order to do the heavy lifting. Like, the problem is I can't explain all of it in one video. What this idiot that commented on my video saw was merely me talking about part of the aftermath. Was me talking about the awful rumors that she spread after the fact. The rumors that she would use in an attempt to silence me and to turn my community against me. This is not like a Jerry Springer episode. This is definitely not Honey Boo Boo. This is not meant to be vapid entertainment. But I get it. I'm gonna run into people like this on the internet anyway, no matter what I say or what I do. I know eventually I'm probably going to run into the people that support her, and they're going to probably say stuff like that to be dismissive of my experiences, say I'm being petty, that I am oversensitive, and they're going to minimize everything that I say. And that is another thing that you have to be aware of. You come out and you talk about this stuff, people are going to get on, they're going to minimize what you went through. They're going to reduce it to, oh, you're just mad she made fun of your clothes, or turn it into some teenage girl bullshit. In this case, I guess Honey Boo Boo.